Hello and welcome back to another episode of Roblox Stepford County Railway. My name is Wizzy, you can also call me Wizzy, and today we're driving some more trains on Roblox. Now in the last episode we finally get to do Metro because it just came out. This episode we are going to be doing basically reattempting a video that I was gonna do for the last episode, which was the week before last episode. But I had troubles with the video. I could have kept going, I guess. Like I had troubles last episode, but we kept it going. But anyways, we're gonna reattempt that video. So I already have everything obviously all set on what we're going to be doing. So we're going to go back to Connect. We're going to be driving this Class 720. And we're going to start on the 044 route, which is Benton to Leighton. Leighton City to Benton. That's R039. I think it was meant to be Leighton West. Because I do have R044 listed here. But I just have it labeled wrong, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to be doing Benton to Leighton West, but we're going to start at the Leighton West end. So we're going to start at the Leighton Depot. Make sure I'm not cutting anybody off. Now the in-game sounds might be a little bit, not messed up per se, but some sounds might be a little bit louder than what they were before. So I just want to throw that out there.
This train is formed of 5 coaches.
Because I adjusted it, but I don't remember how I had it before, so...
B2209 Stepford Connect service to Leighton City has been cancelled. This is due to a member of the train.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it meant to say Leighton West to Benton. Because the R044 route, and I did have it labeled as episode 31, which is actually going to be episode 32 now. But yeah, prior, interesting, to doing this, or completing this route, and I actually didn't adjust that part yet anyways, and so it still showed that I had only completed the Benton to Leighton West section. I had marked it green, showing I completed it.
For services to Edgemont, Lynn by the Sea, Rayleigh Bay, and West Wyvern. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
But after this video, I will go through the attempt from before to see, or to make sure that this is correct. I'm pretty sure this is. It's just I had labeled had the route name messed up. But I already adjusted that, so.
Leighton City. This train is for Leighton West. The next station is Leighton West.
Yeah, I added a couple things to my spreadsheet here. I basically added a section under the episodes list, or well, 3 new columns. One for the date that I recorded the video, one for the release date of the video, and one to show the game version that I was playing, or of Stepford County Railway that I was playing in that video. And I thought we had played more versions than we had. I guess not. Like when I started this series, we were playing on version 1.10.13, and the last episode that we played on that version was episode 15. Then I went to 2.0.0, which was from episodes 16 to 19. Version 2.0.1 from episodes 20 to 23. Version 2.1.2 from episodes 24 to 30. And then episodes 31 and this is 32 being on version 2.2.0, which introduced Metro. And as far as noting that too, I have made a couple changes to the description. Well, one, you may notice now that there are timestamps on these videos, on the Stepford County Railway videos. I went through all of my videos for Stepford County Railway and added timestamps to all of them. And it took me, the day I did it, it took me basically all day. Like, I think I started it around 3:30 and got done with that about 9:30. So yeah, it was like a good 6 hours just working on getting the timestamps for the videos. And plus the fact that there was 31 videos to do, I mean, that takes a bit, or takes a while. So yeah, from here, we're gonna do next leg, because we don't want to change it until we get to Benton.
Platform 1 is the 21.
And then when we get to Benton, we're gonna do route R039, which is Benton to Leighton City. And then we're gonna go back to Benton and then end the episode there.
Stepford Road, Rocket Parade, Wharton Newton, Upper Staplow, Hampton Hargate, Benton Bridge, and Benton. This train is formed of 5
I've been playing Train Sim World a little bit, and I've been playing a bit of British Railway too, so I press D, and that's, you can bring up the schedule now too on here. So that's why I accidentally keep bringing that up. Because on British Railway, A and D is for the brakes, so D is to bring the brakes down, I think. And W and S is for the throttle. So it's like so I press W and D at the same time on British Railway to bring the brakes down and the throttle up. But Train Sim World, actually, it's A and D for throttle, but D is to slow down, so I don't know why it'd be. I think it was more from British Railway, because I was grinding on there to unlock all these stations as a passenger, which I have done. So now I can basically do my outro at any station per British Railway. So yes, one thing I do want to note really quick for this video as well is when I joined this server there was 30 people in the game, so I'm not cutting anybody off, so it's good.
We will shortly be arriving at Leighton City. Change here for services to Edgemere, Lynn by the Sea, Rayleigh Bay, and West Wyvern. Please mind the gap between the train and the
Benton.
platform.
This train is formed of
And one
5
thing I did
coaches.
also do on my sheet here is I added the change notes for this version. And it wasn't just Metro that changed. I mean, there were scenery changes. I don't really note that or whatever. But the class 3 or 712, I think it was.
Next station is Leighton Stepford Road.
No, 717 was previously on Connect. Is no longer on Connect anymore. Because that had been moved over to Metro. So that's a train that we can no longer do on Connect. The good news for that on that though
Welcome on
is we actually drove the Connect 717 on episode 22 or in episode 22. So
Water Newton, Upper Stapler, Hampton Hargate, Benton Bridge, and
and I'm gonna go to that change log here in just a moment once we get to Leighton Stepford
We'll
Road.
be arriving at Leighton Stepford Road. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Service to Benton. Calling at Rocket Parade, Water Newton, Upper Staplow, Hampton Hargate, Benton Bridge, and Benton. This train is formed of 5 coaches.
Okay, so let's take a look.
Leighton Stepford Road. This train is for Benton.
So yeah, basically
Is Rocket Parade.
most of the changes were just for Metro. So I added basically all the trains, all the routes for Metro. Some of the routes, basically, like if you go on their Discord server, some of the routes it's not going to show for Metro or whatever, from what it looks like. But they are Metro routes as well. These were basically Connect routes
Service to
that are now available for Metro as well.
station. Rocket Parade.
Those are routes 002, 006, 008, 021, 023, 027, 028, 029, 030, 031, 034, and 047.
At Water Newton,
Those are all routes that were
Hampton Hargate,
had already
Benton
existed
Bridge, and Benton.
with Connect.
This train is formed of 5 coaches.
And then they added routes 130 to 137, which are all new specifically for... Well, is 130...
Rocket Parade.
A couple of those might be on Connect. I don't know. I'd have to look.
Next station
Don't think so.
Water Newton.
Airlink got one update, a new item, and that was class 745 train. Waterline didn't get anything. Express, all they got was 3 more HST trains. They got an HST 7 car, HST 8 car with a buffer, and HST 9 car. And then Connect, the 717 was removed.
Service to Benton.
And that was basically it.
Next station is Waterloo.
Yeah, 130 is not on Connect. Practically the same route as 130 is Stepford Central to Morgantown, which is also
2202.
route R007 for
Leighton
Connect.
West.
We're gonna overshoot quite a bit.
Rocket Parade. Leighton, Stepford Road. Leighton City. And Leighton West.
Yeah, that was a massive overshoot. Oh well. It's interesting though that they basically made that route R130 when they had other routes that they share with Connect, even though it's on different tracks.
The next station is Upper Stapler.
Oh, maybe the stops are different, that's why. Although I don't know, yeah, I'd have to look into it more. Because of course, like I said, like R002 is shared between Connect and Metro. But of course, the Metro goes on different, on its own tracks. So shoot, we might overshoot on this one too. Yeah, I might actually be skipping.
Benton. Calling at Hampton Hargate. Benton Bridge.
Yeah, it might be just another massive overshoot. Let's see. Yeah, just a massive overshoot. Oops. Oh well. Anyways, I'm not going to look at this sheet anymore then. Since I'm overshooting. Okay, onward we go. So we got 3 more stops until we turn around. Hampton, Hargate, Port Benton, not Port Benton, Benton Bridge rather, and then Benton.
Shortly be arriving at Hampton Hargate. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Looks like the server is dying down quite a bit. Scroll bar for the leaderboard, even though it's not really a leaderboard. Player list has shrunk or has grown or whatever. Yeah, that's it.
Hampton Hargate.
That's fine.
This train is for Benton. The next station is Benton Bridge.
By the time we're done with the video, it might be the only ones on the server. But we'll see.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Benton. The next station is Benton Bridge.
Now, I know one thing I do want to do for this series as well, and I think I mentioned it before, is I do want to kind of redo the thumbnail, or make a couple of variations of the thumbnail for this series.
Will shortly be arriving at Benton Bridge. Change here for services to Stepford Airport Central. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
2207 Stepford Connect service to Benton. Calling at Benton only. This train is formed of 5 coaches.
Benton Bridge. This train is for Benton. The next station is Benton. Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Benton. The next station is Benton.
Yeah, so last week, I don't know if it was during the British Railway video or if it was my Minecraft Monday video, but I mentioned that I needed to drop my car off to get it inspected. Didn't get it inspected because need to replace the control arm on the right front. And as of me recording this, well, by the time this goes up, I'll have had my car done and fixed. So
Will shortly be arriving at Benton.
it'll be all inspected and fixed and good to go.
Barley, Greensley, Morgansley,
But as of me recording this, it's not done yet.
St. Helens,
Gotta bring it over Wednesday.
Stepford
I'm gonna be picking or dropping it off Wednesday, picking it up Thursday,
Airport Terminal 2.
which is the day this is gonna go out.
Please mind the gap between the
Obviously.
train and the platform. This train terminates here. All change, please.
Okay, and then now we get to choose
This is Benton. This train terminates here.
RO39, which is to Leighton City. So that's the only other one we can choose from here.
The train now standing at platform 6 is the 2212 Stepford Connect service to Leighton City.
So we're going to go to Leighton City and then come back to Benton, and then that will be it for the video.
Upper Staplow, Wharton Newton, Rocket Parade, Leighton Stepford Road, and Leighton City. This train is formed of 5 coaches.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Leighton City. We will be calling at Benton Bridge, Hampton Hargate, Upper Staplow, Wharton Newton,
Once again, my apologies for the lack of commentating now. Just
and
once again, don't really have a whole lot to say, I guess.
the station is Benton Bridge.
I know I mentioned that in my Minecraft Monday video, which I actually recorded just before this, so. So yeah, looking at my sheet,
Will shortly be
I was gonna say, yeah, we haven't done Waterline in a while. We've actually haven't done Airlink in even longer, episode longer.
Please mind the gap.
Last time we did Airlink was in episode 25. Last time we did Waterline was episode 26. Well, the thing with Waterline
Calling at
is we've completed both directions of every single route.
Wharton
The
Newton,
only thing we haven't done is done
Leighton
all the
Stepford
trains.
Road, and Leighton City.
So,
This train is
and because of that,
coaches.
or because we've done all the routes, even though we haven't done all the trains yet, it's, I think, gonna be, and I think I mentioned it that episode too, that it's gonna be quite some time before
Leighton City.
we do
The next station is Hampton Hargate.
any more Waterline. Now what I probably could do is next episode, because there's 2 routes that we have yet to do one direction on,
The Connect service to
and they do work, kind of fit together actually, so
Hampton Hargate.
we can do that next episode. And we'd actually be able to do the new 745 train as well, which is actually a 12-car train. So that is the longest train in the game now.
Hampton Hargate. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Although I don't know what routes, I'd have to look
Stepford Road.
to see if that's, if there's some routes that that one cannot
This
do.
train is formed of 5 coaches.
I don't have anything listed on that.
This is Hampton Hargate. This train is for
But yeah, we'll have to see.
the next
So like I said, Waterline, it's going to be quite some time before we do that again. Express, there's still 2 routes we haven't done at all. And the rest, basically, except for one, that we've done at least one direction on. Metro, of course, we've got most of it that we need to
Welcome on
do.
board this Stepford Connect service to Leighton City.
Connect
Upper
is kind of a mixed batch. What I need to do is I need to have a thing at the bottom here on my sheet showing me how many routes I've done, or how many routes have not been done at all, how many routes have been done at least one direction, and how many routes that are completely done. Same with the trains.
the arrival.
I mean, that's easy to do because
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
there's a couple ways I could do it, because I have the one column for the routes basically saying if I've done both directions of the route, it'll say both. If I haven't done the route at all, it won't have anything in that spot. So basically I could sort it or have it filter based on the text in that, and if it's basically neither of those, that means I've only done one direction. Or I could do it based on the color coding. Basically, if I haven't done a route at all, it's white. If I've done the route at least one direction, it's yellow, and if I've done both directions, it's green. But yeah, it's still gonna be a long time before
Leighton City.
we actually basically complete everything on video, or for this series. I mean, one, it's going to be impossible to complete everything because they're always going to be adding stuff to this game. But two, because there's just so many routes, especially with Connect, that just takes so long to do. Especially considering it takes about,
Shortly be arriving.
or each episode I do about
Please mind
3 directions or
the train and the platform.
whatever. A video. Not necessarily 3 routes, but 3.
This train is formed of 5 coaches.
Like this episode, we're doing 2 routes. One with one direction, one with both ways.
Water Newton. This train is for Leighton City. The next station is Rocket Parade.
Yeah, whatever. Speed's gonna go up anyways, so.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Leighton City.
So we got 2 more stops
Is Rocket Parade.
before we turn around.
Will be arriving at Rocket the train and the platform.
Leighton City. Calling at Leighton, Stepford Road, and Leighton City. This train is formed of 5 coaches.
So yeah, one thing I think they really need to do with this game now is focus on Waterline again. Because at this point, I feel like they've focused on every other service or operator except for Water. I mean, they did focus on Waterline a little bit in one update a while ago, but it's just still like the smallest operator, basically. Has the least amount of routes. Actually, Airlink has the least amount of routes.
Service to Leighton City.
Only by 1.
Will shortly be arriving at Leighton Stepford Road. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
It just seems like it doesn't get much love. I don't know. Okay, and then from here we go to Leighton City, where we will turn around, head back to Benton,
Train is for Leighton City.
and then from when we get to Benton, that will be it for the video. Let's do the outro.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect
So
service.
probably what,
Leighton City.
well, like I said, I might do Airlink next time, actually. Then we'll probably do Connect after that.
Will be arriving at Leighton City. Change here for services to Edgemead, Leighton West, Lynn by the
And another thing too, reason why it's going to take forever to eventually finish this series is only doing it every other week.
This train terminates.
About.
All change, please.
It's just... I mean, if technically if you're thinking about every other week, that's...
This train terminates here. All change, please. Thank you for traveling.
It was like 51 and a half weeks in a year, so that's 25 weeks. So just about 2 videos a month. So next leg.
The train now standing at platform 3 is the 2227 Stepford Connect service to Benton. Calling at Leighton, Stepford Road, Rocket Parade, Wharton Newton, Upper Staplow, Hampton Hargate, Benton Bridge, and
The servers
Benton.
really died out.
This train is formed of 5 coaches.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Benton. We will be calling at Leighton Stepford Road, Rocket Parade.
Yeah, there's really not much I had to add on my
Upper Stepford
spreadsheet this video like I normally would because I already had it in. Basically for me to know that I needed to do this video again.
will shortly be arriving at Leighton Stepford Road. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
At Rocket Parade, Wharton Newton, Upper Staplow, Hampton Hargate, Benton Bridge, and
So yeah, the weather here is finally getting nice again. It's been cold the last few days, cold and rainy. Went saw a Sea Dogs game, Portland Sea Dogs game, on Friday,
Leighton Stepford Road
which was fun.
is for Benton.
Although it wasn't raining there, it was raining on the way down and back, but there, and actually that was kind of when we had the nor'easter. But Portland kind of was like in the clear there, where the rain was kind of swirling around Portland. So it stayed clear the entire time during the game, which was good. They had fireworks afterwards, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Like basically by the ninth inning, it was 49 degrees,
Stepford Connect service to
and I think it's about what it was when it started. The game started as well, so.
Rocket Parade. Will shortly be
So a
arriving
bit chilly for a baseball game, especially basically at the end of May. But today, the high for today here is like
Wharton Newton, Upper Staplow,
72. That's what's showing the temperature right now.
and Benton. This train is formed of
Currently
5
71, feels like
coaches.
71. High for today is 72. And then tomorrow,
is Rocket.
the high here is 79.
This train is for
Then 83 on Wednesday.
the next station.
69 Thursday, 74 Friday, then the 60s a few days, 70s, 80s, 70s again. So, lows pretty much in the 50s. Low for tonight is 49, but
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Benton.
and we've had a lot of rain lately too.
Station is Wharton Newton. We will shortly be arriving at Wharton Newton. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Order 2231, Stepford Connect, service to Benton. Calling at Upper Staplow, Hampton Hargate, Benton Bridge, and Benton. This train is formed of 5 coaches.
This is Wharton Newton. This train is for Benton. The next station is Upper Staplow.
Yeah, this video will be just under an hour.
Come on board the Stepford Connect service to Benton. The next station is Upper Stapler.
So yeah, going back about talking about changes that have been made on here
Please mind the gap.
is one station that is no longer active on Connect is Stepford High Street. Station's there, but it's not. It's basically abandoned now
Train is formed of 5
because it's
coaches.
been moved to the metro line underground. So I know everybody's like, oh, it should be called Stepford Lower Street. But yeah, anyways.
Is Upper Stapler. This train is for Benton. The next station is Hampton Hargate.
So 3 more stops.
Come on board the Stepford Connect service to Benton. The next station is Hampton Hargate.
Go full speed for now. Start slowing down already. So yeah, we're not going to be by ourselves. Only when we're done, which is also fine.
Hampton Hargate. Please
More
mind the
preferable
gap
that way, I
between the
guess.
train and the platform.
In a way. See, the only way basically to stay in a or a server with quite a few people is to be in like the really big servers. Because it seems like I always go to like the mid-sized servers and they die out like not even halfway through the video.
This is Hampton Hargate. This train is for Benton. The next station is Benton Bridge. shortly be arriving at Benton Bridge. Change here for services to Stepford Airport Central. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
22:37. Stepford Connect. Service to Benton. Calling at Benton only. This train is formed of 5 coaches.
Move this song down.
This train is for Benton. The next station is Benton.
And onwards to our last station.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Benton. The next station is Benton.
Just kind of watching the timing of the song as we're getting closer to Benton here. Just in case I need to throw another shorter song in.
Arriving at Benton. Change here for services to Connolly, Esterfield, Barley, Greenslade, Morganstown, Newry, Port Benton, St Helens Bridge, Stepford Central, Stepford Victoria, and Airport Terminal 2.
No, I think we might be fine.
And the platform. This train terminates here. All change, please.
Well, it's going to be a little bit before we get to our stop marker, but it's going to be close. Yeah, I think we're fine.
Benton. This train terminates here. All change, please. Thank you for travelling with us today.
Okay, so we're going to go back to the menu now. Back. Passenger. Connect. Benton. Choose the south entrance, I guess. Yep, so anyways, finally got this one through, or we weren't able to before. That train terminates here. Yeah, so anyways, finally managed to complete this episode, I guess, if you want to call it that. Well, it is episode, but I tried to do before, but yeah, anyways. That is just about going to do it for this episode, though, so hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you give a thumbs up. And of course, as always, I will see you in the next episode. Bye.
The train now approaching platform 2 terminates here. This train